Look, loads of chilies growing in a big pot. It's enough to put me in the mood for a ring burner. How to make a curry. You'll need ghee, onions, garlic, tomatoes, some meat and a cupboard full of spices. Although if I go through that lot you'll end up buying a pizza instead, so let's just use some paste. First, tie that hair out of the way unless you like the texture of filamentous biomaterial in your food. Turn the oven on to gas mark quite warm but not extremely hot. Put the meat in the oven, unless you don't like meat, in which case don't put the meat in the oven. Boil some spuddies instead, they're much cheaper anyway. I hope you like chopping, because onions need chopping, and a curry is an onion based meal. Cut up into tiny pieces, but be aware that as you do this the onion will release sulphenic acids into the air which will cause your eyes to water. So if you don't want to look stupid, wear a gas mask. Once you've done this you can chuck the millions of bits of onion into a pan and fry. Making a curry is always more fun with a beer to drink, so have a beer. Even if you don't really want to have a beer, have a beer. As the onions caramelize, put in a teaspoon of lime pickle. Keep stirring away. Fun this, isn't it? I am trying to make this easy, so a few dollops of Rogan Josh paste will do instead of reading up the correct quantities of the various spices needed to make a nice taste. Chop up the garlic, but be careful with the fingers. You'll probably want to keep those. I could use a garlic crusher instead of a knife here, but I can't be bothered to go to the other side of the kitchen and get it out of the drawer. Notice there's no fresh ginger. That's because I haven't got any. Fresh tomatoes are best, but you're probably already bored with chopping stuff up, and your fingers stink of garlic, and you're hungry and all you want to do is get this cooking malarkey finished with. At some point during the cooking, I will always realise that I've forgotten something and have to go to the shop. You should do the same. Unless you've got an idea on how long it takes for a few bits of meat to cook, it's a good idea to check it from time to time to avoid incinerating it. Oh yes, if you like peppers and chilies, put some of those in, they won't do you any harm. Once the meat has gone tender, you can take it out and pour the juices into the sauce. Some would suggest leaving out as much oil as possible, but if that's how you feel, why bother at all? With taste comes consequence. Get used to it. Chop up the meat and throw it into the sauce. Now, leave this to simmer for a while and go and do something else. Like, I don't know, it's up to you. I can't make all of your decisions. Now to cook some basmati rice. There's a proper way to do this, and the quick way. I'm going to use the quick way and use the microwave because I'm bored of being stood up now. Put the rice into a container, cover with water, bung it in the microwave for 10 minutes and then get it out again. As you can see, this turns the rice rubbery, but after bouncing it around the kitchen for a while you notice that it still tastes alright. Dish it up and enjoy, although you've probably gone off the idea by now, or are just too pissed to care any longer.